Hello guys, how's everybody doing today? Wonderful to see all of you here. What's going on? How's everybody doing? All right. What do I have to do here? Hold up. Let me clean up. Let me clean up my glasses here before we get into our topic. Everybody's joining here. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? All right, so here's today's question. Hi, Mark. What is one of the most controversial and shocking topics that a lot of spiritual teachers are afraid to talk about? It's a good question. I'm going to ask you guys a question. What is the most controversial and shocking topic that a lot of spiritual teachers shy away from talking about? Or maybe they're scared to talk about it. Or just teachers in general. What is it? I mean, I'm going to tell you right now what it is. And we're going to talk about it. Because you need to know. You can't stay in the dark all your life, people. You got to see the light, man. I know a lot of you just tuning in here. So the question is, what is the most controversial, shocking topic that a lot of teachers, spiritual teachers, people in general, motivational teachers, speakers, they are afraid to talk about it, or they shy away from talking about it? And they shy away from talking about it because maybe it brings unwanted stuff, but they know the truth. Comment below if you can guess it or you think you know what it is. Someone says manifestation. No. All right. So listen, guys. The most shocking and controversial topic that I don't see a lot of spiritual teachers or not just anybody talk about a lot. Talk about it. It's very few, but I think there needs to be an emphasis on it. Now, here's the thing. When I talk about this topic and this controversial stuff, right? The people I'm trying to help or I'm attempting to help, it's quite puzzling. It's like I'm actually trying to help you. Like, they say, well, Mark, you're brainwashing people. Yeah, I'm actually brainwashing you for success. Nope, it's not sexuality. So here's the most controversial topic. Here it is. That, ready? You are God. They don't talk about that. And I can prove it to you right now in quantum mechanics. Also, the next controversial topic is religion is a business. It's made up. It's not true. Those are the two topics. I get a lot of hate when I talk about those things. But you know what? I'm going to talk about it because you have to know it. And maybe for those who are watching and they aren't convinced, let me use the science. The thing about science, it's very, very difficult to refute it. Actually, it's near impossible to refute science. Even in your own Bible, there are fragments, there are segments in the Bible that are in codes that tell you the truth of who you are. And yet nobody miss it. And here's the thing about the Bible is a book of symbolism. People miss that too. So let's get into the topic today. The most controversial topic is that you are gods and God. You are responsible. And you are the creator and observer of all of this happening. So the real question is, here's the real question. Why don't they amplify this? Why don't they put this out more in the mainstream? Why don't we talk about this so much? What is wrong with letting people know who they truly are and the power they possess? That's the puzzling question. Why do so many people shun from this? And why is it that when you reveal this to some people, they cannot accept that, and they rather live in fear and in limitation? Yep. There are parts of the Bible that were redacted, that were taken out, that were omitted deliberately. There are scrolls that are locked up right now, where we call it the Vatican, that will never be released to you. I want to ask you a question, and this is the question of all questions. When did religion pop up on the earth? All right, I'll make it easier for you. What did the ancients do and believe before religion was invented? A key word, invented. How did people know who they are and who they were before? Remember now, humans have been on the earth way before religion was invented, you know? With agendas, they operate from one consciousness by causing control. So a lot of you guys are into this subject. I see that. That's something I want you to think about. What were your ancestors doing? What were their practices before religion came onto the horizon? What is the evidence and the proof that you are gods experiencing yourself as part of the bigger field? What is the proof that there isn't a man in the sky judging you and looking down upon you to see if you deserve something or not? Those are products of religion. See, there's two spectrums. There is spirituality, and then there's religion. Spirituality is knowing that you are gods connected to the universe. Religion is a business taking you away from spirituality to control you. It's two different things. But you know, here's the biggest one people don't understand. I just said the key words to you guys. I just told you. Religion is a business. If you don't believe, go ask your preacher and your pastor. Go to your church. See if your church is exempt from taxes. See if your donations are helping to be. It's a business. Spirituality is the definite truth of who you are and why you're here. So let me go into it and explain to you and show you how this works, okay? So that maybe this can help you to put you on your path so you can have more success in your life. Because once you understand and appreciate and know the power you have, it's going to change everything in your whole life, man. And we're gonna go into the world of quantum physics to thank us for this light. Quantum physics came upon the scene. It shut down a whole bunch of fake stuff. Whole bunch of fake stuff. Quantum physics is so powerful. It is so powerful that a lot of the research, a lot of the things they found out about quantum mechanics and the world and who we are, they have to really suppress it from the mainstream. They have a right to publish it, and that's why they publish these findings in small magazines that you never heard of, because you have to go out and find it. Because if you knew the truth of how this stuff worked, it would shut down the world economy, it would shut down religion, would collapse, your whole paradigm would change. And of course, the Matrix can't make that happen. And of course, my message is not going to reach everybody, but it's going to reach who needs to reach it, and who needs to hear it, and who needs to emphasize. That's how the universe works. But I want to break it down to you in the quantum world. What do you recommend books on quantum mechanics? I wrote 2 books on quantum mechanics. I wrote my first book, Manifested with Quantum Physics. I wrote my other book. Here it is. If you want to know anything about quantum mechanics, make it simple. As a matter of fact, I won the lottery using quantum mechanics. How to win the lottery using quantum physics. You can get my book on Amazon. So I'm gonna make it a 70-year-old lecture today, so anyone that's like a 7-year-old kid will understand what I'm gonna put to you about this stuff. Okay? So here's the first thing you need to know about this. I want all of you to do an experiment with me right now while you're watching this video. Okay? If you're live right now, we're gonna do a real-time quantum mechanics experiment. Okay? To show you. So what I would like you to do, I would like you to take an object. Okay, I gotta sanitize my hand. Go take an object, anything it could be. Hold the object in front of you like this, okay? So you're gonna take an object, and you're gonna hold your object in front of you. So get something out right now. Anything, keys or whatever. Let me know. Type below what you have in your hand as your object. Type your object in your hands. So we're going to do this experiment. I'm going to show you why you are gods. It's so simple. Okay, you got your phone? Take your object. Put your object in front of you. Like this. Okay? You have the object in front of you? Go ahead. Look at your object. Observe your object. Look at the writings on the object. Look at the shape of it. Okay? All right, here's what's happening. While you're looking at the object, your brain is processing and rendering information and comprising the object in front of you. Okay, we got that? We got our object? Okay, take your object, take it out of the view from your eyes. Put it behind your peripheral where you can't see it, but still hold it. Okay, so we follow me? So first we're gonna put our object in front of us. We're gonna look at it, then we're gonna hold the object. We're going to take it out of view of our senses. The only sense you're going to have is the feel. You're going to know the only reason you can't see the object, right? Like I got this object. I can't see it, but I can feel the object and I know the object is in my, I have it, correct? All right. Now, put your object down. Okay, put your object down. Now, when you held your object like this, okay, you could see it and observe your object. Did you know when you took your object out of the view of your scene, even though you could feel your object, that is an illusion. Your object does not exist anymore until, here listen now, until, I'm gonna take my object again. Here's my object. So I'm gonna just make it short so you can, I'm looking at this object. I'm going to put this object just out of view of my scene, but you can see it. But this object no longer exists until I render it back into my scene. That's quantum physics. This has been verified. Nobel Prize have been won from this verification. Okay? Our first NPC here. Good, I love to see the NPCs. That's horse beep. So let's teach some NPCs how the world of physics work, because these are the people that don't understand science. All right, so let's go back again. So within your eyes, they have these things called photoreceptors. Okay, what the photoreceptors do in your eyes, they gather light from outside. We call these light photons. And these photons of light, they operate in different spectrums of light. So we all know about light, right? You got what you got? Ultraviolet, you got radiations of form of light, right? Gamma rays, X-rays, you know, when you go to MRI, those are different forms of light, right? So what your brain does, when the light comes in, the light transmits and goes up through your retina. And then when it passes your retina, there's a part in the brain called your visual cortex. What the visual cortex does, it actually takes the photons and it descrambles them into chemical that your brain pushes together and creates this image. Now, here's what I want you to understand. Without you, the renderer, the observer, the watcher, if all your systems were shut down, this does not exist. Nothing exists without an independent observer of reality. That means that everything I am seeing, everything I am looking at is generated by me, by my God consciousness. God. I am the God in this body, rendering everything as my experience. Now you know the connection between God and you. One and the same. That is the easiest way that I could put it to you that a kid can understand without getting into the deeper aspects of quantum tunneling, Zeno effect, all types of other really complicated stuff about quantum physics. All right? Do everybody understand that so far? Questions? Go ahead, type your questions in or concerns. Got it? Okay. All right, here's the next part. The question maybe you ask me, well, Mark, if nothing exists, so if I turn my head away like this, all of this doesn't exist, but how can other people see it and it can exist? Here's the next part about this. So, this consciousness, this God force, right? What it does, it branches off into different perspectives. So you're looking at it from a different view. I'm looking at it from a different view. But the world of quantum physics, and we know this because we run experiments to do this, we know that when you leave out of your house this morning, as soon as you turn your head, your house is no longer in existence. The minute you turn your head, your house pops back into existence. This happens so fast, your brain has no idea to catch the glitch. But to you, of course, you can't understand that because it makes no sense to you. And that's good, because I got news for you. Quantum physics wasn't designed to make sense to you and I. We have to adapt to make sense of it. And I have another news for you. The way the universe operates wasn't designed to make sense to you and I. It's going to operate the way it operates. You have to get used to making sense of how it operates. That's just a fact about physics, and that's how the universe works. Okay? So no matter what your brain is telling you, I'm here to tell you it's 100% wrong. So where does these things go when we don't look at them? They go back into their natural state of a wave. Mark, what is a wave? A wave in physics terms mean all possible outcomes exist at the same time. And then when I look, I collapse one of those outcomes into my reality. That's what a wave. So everything in its natural state exists in a wave. Guess what? You, my friends, also exist in waves. You also exist in all possible outcomes at the same time. What's happening right now, you're just experiencing a particular outcome based on your perception. So what you're experiencing right now is what you're seeing and believing and hearing through your senses. But you can change your wave to another reality if you want. That's why I told you you're gods. Only a God can do that. Only a God can make all this stuff, experience it, deliberately shift it, change it. I mean, I'm trying to think. Isn't that the definition of a God? That has the power to affect the physical world, to change it, abstractly, objectively, subjectively, interpret it. That's what quantum physics says now. It says that human beings are just a part of the field. of consciousness, and the consciousness just happens to form us to look like what we look like. But again, you are the consciousness, so it's you doing you. I mean, if you can comment below, I'd love to hear your perspective. If you could tell me I'm wrong or show me some evidence that says this is a bunch of horse shit, like someone says, then I'm gladly ready to have an educational debate with you. And if you can cite your sources, if you can put something in there in physics that shows me I'm wrong, then I can humbly disagree, and I said I'll go back and I gotta rethink, and I go to my higher self and say, hey man, you gave me some false information here. So I'm ready for anyone who wants to do this. Yes, and this is a great example. This is big manatee. There's an experiment done many thousands of years ago. It's the Plato cave. So I would love you to go look up the Plato's cave experiment. I don't have time to talk about it right now, but it's a very powerful experiment. So you know what you're talking about, big manager. Plato cave experiment. Go research it right now, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about and showing you. That's right. We are in Plato's cave. All right. So now that I just taught you that you're gods. I did it the simplest way I can show you, right? So if you don't understand, then you can comment below and say, hey man, I don't understand. So, okay. So now, if you are the god, and there is no guy sitting on a throne up there, it's just you playing yourself, basically. Okay? What is preventing you from living your best life? That's the question I want to ask you. What is preventing you from, I'm going to tell you the answer, but I mean, I hope you should know the answer. What is preventing you from living yourself, but there's something else preventing yourself from realizing and living your best life. What is it? Okay? It is your environment. It is your system of governing. It is your religion. It is all of these things that were invented, created, structured, put in the matrix which you live in. And they come as a package. And this package was funneled to you through education, through kindergarten, through teachers, through school, through colleges. And it recycles and it continues every single day. Some people are lucky to break out of it like you are. Unfortunately, majority aren't. Like the NPC that was in this chat, I don't even see him anymore. So the ones who break out are the ones that live their best life. Those are the ones like the movie Neo in the Matrix. Those are the ones that can manipulate their world at will. They get everything they want and it comes to them easily and effortlessly. And most of them, they would love to talk to you and tell you this stuff, but most of them are afraid. They're afraid to tell you the truth because the Matrix is watching. The Matrix doesn't want this information to get to the masses. If this information gets to the masses, it will collapse religion, it will collapse the world economy, it will collapse the entire structure of the global thing we live in. So, I mean, it's a game within a game. So, if this video finds you, congratulations. You are one of the lucky ones. If you're watching this video and you automatically tune off, you're not ready. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Alright. So, I want to repeat this again because I want you to understand this. So, whenever I turn my head this way, look, like when I go this way, none of this exists. When I go back this way, it pops back in. To you, from an independent perspective, it exists to you because you're in a different rendering. For me, it doesn't exist because I'm in a different rendering. Until I go like this, it pops back. And this happens super fast. So fast that you don't even notice it. But Mark, what is the evidence that this is true, that you're telling me that everything goes into this wave until I look at it? It's the world, the quacky world of the electron. The particles that govern and create our world. You see what happens is electrons, they are, I like to call it the electron. All right, you ever have that friend? Everyone should have a friend. This friend tells you, we call it the electron. All right, you ever have that friend? Everyone should have a friend. This friend tells you, yeah, I'll be at your house at 8 o'clock. And then this friend comes out at 9 o'clock, right? Then you have the other friend that he tells you he's coming. And he says, yeah, meet me over here. And then when you go meet him at there, he's like, oh man, I'm over here at the other spot. He's like, bro, I mean, you told me you was going to be over here. Why are you at the other spot? That's how the electron operates. See, the electron, nobody can tell where the electron is going to be at. The electron will pop in and pop back out. You can't say, hey, okay, the electron going to be over there. No, the electron, it then pops over there. So the electron lives in a state, that's where we get free will from. Because if you could tell where the electron is, then everything would be controlled. But you cannot tell where the electron is. So where does the electron go when it disappears? By the way, you are made from an electron, right? The electron lives to be about 66, what they call Yato years. Yato years, that's about 8 billion quintillion years. Don't even try to make sense of it. Yato years is the way physicists make to say that it's a really big. Electrons just, for an electron to decay, it would have to go billion, quintillion, billions of years after the universe. So the point is, electrons are infinite. They are forever and ever. Guess what, people? What is running in your blood and your bones and your structure? If you didn't have electrons in you, your heart couldn't beat. You couldn't be here. Electrons make up everything. Did you even know that? So, if an electron is in you, what is the definition of a God? God is infinite, right? God can't die, right? Am I correct? Go ahead, comment below if I'm telling the truth, because that's what I'm looking at a God, what God is, right? The Bible tells you that, right? God is what? Eternal. Forever and ever, correct? Let me know if I'm incorrect. So if an electron's in me and it's in you, and we know electrons, they cease, they cannot disintegrate, and a matter of fact, even if an electron, it doesn't disintegrate, it changes form, it goes into other smaller particles like a neutrino. So if the electron's part of your body, then what are you? Well, you have to be infinite, man. It's common sense we're working here with, right? So when the electron disappears, where does the electron go? Well, the electron goes into what's called dimensions. Other points or other universes or multiverses that exist in the same space. That is where all what we talk about, the wave exists. The wave is all the possible outcomes that can exist for an observer, you. So when your electron disappears and you go like this, when you go away, the electron now goes back to the natural state and it goes into all the different multiverses that have every outcome. So when you go back like this, when you turn like this, your mind is going to tell you that, hey, your car's over here, your seat's over here, your chair's over here. So when your brain turns back, your brain immediately renders your car. You see my seat, my car. So that information is structurally stored in the brain. So this is why you won't get it. This is why you unless somebody tells you it, this is why you will live your whole life thinking that you don't have any control of your own destiny and your life. So we have a comment here. Can we jump dimensions? Okay, yes. Listen again. Okay, I'm going to teach you. You are an electron, right? I told you that, right? What did I say about electron, guys? I said to you, electrons are like your friend that's indecisive. He'll be here, and then he changes his mind and he'll be there. You can't pinpoint that friend. You tell him, hey, meet me at the lounge. And you go to the lounge, he changes his mind and say, oh man, I was going to meet you at the lounge, but can you meet me at the jazz place? That's an electron, right? So an electron is constantly what? Jumping dimensions. So if you are an electron, you are constantly jumping dimensions as well. As I'm speaking to you right now, you are rendering, you are fluctuating, you are skipping all the infinite dimensions of your being, and you are going through all of your versions: success, failure, death, rebirth, success, failure, any outcome that you can think of, it's happening right now in your being. Super, super fast. You cannot detect it. Everything in your body, nothing is at rest. If you go into an electron microscope and you look at the cells, everything is moving. There's nothing that stands still in the multi-universe. So you are constantly shifting dimensions as I speak to you right now. Matter of fact, you probably just did a billion, trillion, or quintillion dimensional shifts in less than a second. All things vibrate in the universe. Now, here's where the power of your godship comes in now. So a god have to have something to control its field. They should put the God. They say God has the power. Da da da. So I told you you're a God as well. So what controls your field? Your vibration, your imagination, your self-talk, your beliefs, your expectations. All of those have one thing in common. They originate from you. They come from inside of you. Those are your God powers. That's what you can use to manifest and create your life. But here's where they trip you up though. Here's how they trip you up. And this is actually done, I'm going to repeat this. This is done on purpose. So don't mistake this. So you got to listen to this very carefully. This is important. This is where they trip you up. Here we go. When you left your source, or you migrated, you didn't leave your source, but you just connected, you took your source and you transferred it down to here, and then your mom popped you out of the womb. As soon as you got popped out of the womb, okay, as soon as you got popped out of the womb, the body had to create communication systems to navigate this 3D world. The two communication systems your body created to help you navigate the world is your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. One of them came online first, the other one came on later. The first one that came online is the subconscious mind. Now, when you got here, there were already other people here, correct? So you weren't the first one here, right? But also when you got here, there was already a system set up, right? Like governments, all those stuff were set up, correct? So there are other people here, like your parents. And then as soon as you got a little older, what did you notice? Structure. You looked around, you say, oh, there's structure. What else you notice? You're in this school thing. You're like, well, kindergarten. Okay. You just started going along with it, right? You got a little bit older, you started to see more structure. Okay, there's school, college. You see, oh, there's religion. What's religion? Okay, so I am not really good enough. I'm a sinner. Okay, I'm not deserving of this. Okay, I got to keep giving you money. Okay, to donation so that you could fix myself. The more money I give you, the better you're going to pray for me. Okay, so those are called structures. Okay, so you got a little bit older, you got used to it, you didn't question it. Okay, you follow me? Okay, so there's other things you notice. I have a name. I'm Mark. No problem, right? Everyone has a name. Okay, I have an age. Problem, because everyone around you also have an age, right? Okay, I have a nationality, I'm a race. Also no problem, right? Because you look around, okay, this person looks like me. Oh, this person looks different. Oh, okay, so we have different nationalities. Oh, this is all normal, right? This is all cool, correct? No, it's not normal and it's not cool. It's how they trick you. It's how they trip you up. Okay, let's continue. So now you got a name, you got an age, you got a race, nationality, and they tagged along a religion to you, and they tagged along a system and a process in the world. So you have all these labels that put into you. My goodness, man. You forgot you were a god. How could you even realize you were a god and you got all these fake stuff they pushed on you? When you have all that stuff on you and you have no idea because your higher self is still out there watching down. Who are they? Okay, you're going to answer that your question. Who are they? Who created your governments? Who created your religions? Who created your educational system? Who created money? I mean, you gotta, come on, you people are smart. Figure it out for yourself. Okay. Follow it, follow it, follow it, follow it. Go back into history. Who organized religion? Who organized the government, democracy, whatever? Who did all these things, people? Who created the educational system for you to go to school and to learn certain things? And come on, somebody got to be doing it. They were already here when you got here, okay? So now you're stuck in this system. And then here's something important now. Do you know the reason why the majority of people in the world suffer from depression and anxiety? You know the number one reason? It's not what they tell you. Here's what they're going to tell you. You suffer from depression and anxiety because, oh, it's genetics. Your mom had it. You suffer from depression and anxiety because it's too much stress. It's part of it. It's too much stress in the world. It's your environment. It's the people around you. Your hormones are off. You're eating the wrong foods. Okay, that's what they tell you. So here's what I need you to do. Go take this prescription. Go down to the pharmacy. Take this pill. Use it, and it'll help to balance you out. So I'm going to show you something. The reason the majority of people suffer from depression and anxiety is because there's an alarm system going on in your body. The alarm system was designed by you to tell yourself when you're in trouble and when you forget who you are, this is to wake you up. But nobody told you. So I'm going to tell you, anytime you feel depression or anxiety, you are not in alignment with your God self. It's your God self way of telling you, hey bro, hey sis, hey my friend, listen, we are not operating on our alignment. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. Let's use your car. Everyone drives their car. When the car is out of alignment or the car needs something, what pops up on your dashboard? Your check engine light. If the check engine light comes on your car, it's an electronic warning that there's a system in the car that's not operating specifically. It's going to cause you to run more higher gas mileage. You may even shut the car down in some instances. See, they don't teach you that. No one told you that. So if you're suffering from depression and anxiety, it's your body's way of telling you, hey, all these labels they put on us, it's not us, including your own name, my friend. Don't get used to your name. It's not you. Don't get used to the beliefs they put into you. It's not you. Don't get used to the age. It's not you. Even your, your nationality. None of that is you. It is put on you to operate in the matrix. When you first come into the matrix, you are tagged, man. You have a social security number to track you. You're tagged. It's like cattle. As soon as you're born, they take your foot and they put it on a birth certificate. Or they give you an identity number to track you out towards your whole journey of life, people. None of that is you. So the one thing that will never lie to you is your body. The reason why your body cannot lie to you, because your body, when it came here, it was already pre-programmed through your DNA to make you excel in the environment. But because you are out of alignment, your body is shooting off all these signals and you're going to pick them up as depression and anxiety. And because nobody told you this, you're going to assume that it's your environment. Your environment plays a role. But as soon as you get into your purpose, as soon as you wake yourself up and realize that, oh, I'm this godlike person, I can create and manifest anything I want, your body will now start to move back. You won't have the depression. You won't have the anxiety. The reason you won't have them, because now you know you are everything. And the reason why you have anxiety is because you're unsure, and it's uncertainty, and it's worrying about what. Once you realize there's nothing to worry about because you are everything, your body goes back into the state of neutrality. So far, so good. So, how do I operate in my God self, Mark? So I'm going to show you how you operate in your God self. This is going to be a shocker for most of us because we get accustomed to this. You operate in your God self by throwing away all the labels they put on you. Throw your name away. Throw your identity away. Throw your religion away. Throw your beliefs away about the world, what you talk about. Throw your age away. Just become a what and not a who. Okay? When you become a what, you're operating on your God self. That's right. No more birthdays. No more holidays. None of that stuff. It's all made up. You don't need to be in that stuff, guys. Once you become a what, of course, people are going to call you by your name. Okay, but just understand that it's a label. It's not who you are. So I'm still going to go by Mark, but in my inner being, I know the truth. So you used to go by Jessica, Sam, Milton. But I'm telling you, don't get accustomed to it. Don't get used to it. Don't take yourself seriously, man. It's a driven product of your ego. Your ego is the only one that's attached to that stuff because it knows no better, but it's not you. Once you understand that these are just labels placed on you and they're not who you are, you'll start to operate from your God self. Now, these powers you have, these superpowers, they start to manifest and you start to get more into what you want to get. Okay? So the first thing that you'll notice when you strip these labels off of you and you just become a what, just mean you're existing, you know your true being, you know that everything is attracted to you, is invited by you, you are the one, you are the main, you're the man, you're it, because your consciousness, everything is part of you in this universe, your thoughts have power. Now you don't have labels, you don't have constraints, you don't think, am I good enough, am I worthy enough? Man, I'm everything, man. I'm the it, I'm the what. So that means I got everything I could get. Whatever's coming is gonna come. I am, whatever, You have that happening now. Now, the thing that you came here with turns on. The imagination now turns up. The feeling turns up. The intuition turns up. The subconscious gets on board. Now when you think of something and you repeat it, it's gonna pop into your world. You can go win the lottery now. You can go get your house now. You can get your SP now. You can change your health now. You can make your business make 6K, whatever, 3 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, all of that. You can go into the trading world now. You can manipulate the stock market. You can manipulate the crypto trading currency, the Forex now. You can change the lines and okay, now you're doing your betting, whatever, your sports betting or whatever you want to call it. You can affect the field. You can pick the right teams now. Every time you pick, everything is lining up. People start looking at you like, what this guy doing? This guy working some voodoo or something? How this guy was so lucky? Why is he getting the right thing? It's not that. That guy just figured out who his God self was and he tapped into it, man. Because now he understands, I'm the field. I could influence anything. Everything is information. I could go to the Forex market right now and I could look at the trade and I could say, all right, that's going to happen. I change the trade. I go to the stock market right now, look at the stock. That's going to work in my favor. My friend comes to me and say, hey, Mark, can you pick these teams for me, man? I'm doing a sport bet. And last night, my friend came to me last night and he was like, you know, Hard Rock got this new betting now where you can bet on sports team, man. I gave this guy 7 teams, college basketball teams that I have really no idea how they work too much. And I looked at the teams and I gave him 7 teams, and all of them picked 7. I said $40. He said, Mark, $40. Can you pick 7 teams? Tell me the 7 teams and give me the points over and under. And I gave him all 7 of them. This morning he woke up, he texted me, he said, Mark, I won $15,220. Here's half of that. It's not lucky. It's called tapping in. You have to understand, man, when you're in the field, information is going to be communicating to you. And you can communicate to the information back. You can affect the information. Everything you see is information. It's a 2-channel system. Oh, Lucy movie, yes. The Lucy movie is a true thing. So once you can get that, but this only happens if you release yourself. If you stop attaching the labels they give to you. Stop thinking yourself as a being, as a person, as a name. Think of yourself as a what, as an existence.
of a being. Just think of yourself as a being, man. Don't put labels on you. There isn't any books on this stuff right now, guys. I can't find. I wrote books on it. You go read my books. 2 books. Mastering the Game of Life. Here's the other one. The Cheat Code. Those are the books. The only books you're gonna find on this stuff. Maybe there's a couple out there. I don't know. But why would they make books on this? If they do make books, it's gonna be very, very suppressed. So you're gonna have to go search like you're looking in a needle in a haystack to find this stuff. Show the books again. Here you go. How to Win the Lottery Using Quantum Physics. You can get it on Amazon on my website. This is my latest one. The Cheat Code to Mastering the Game of Life. This is to show you how to open up your God self and do all the stuff you want to do. Here it is. These 2 books. So there's somebody said there's a book called How to Master the Game of Life, How to Play It on YouTube. So they got some books out there. All right, guys. So you guys have all the powers, but the only thing you're doing is you've been duped. Someone throw this label on you, which you're not. With that being said, I'll see you guys again.